All right, let's show off our next UN. And I actually featured this one in our newsletter recently on LinkedIn. And the reason I did was I was really, spending the majority of my post knocking Rolex and saying it's like, all right, look, the website price on this piece is $10,000. It has an MSRP of $14,200. And if you're going to spend $10,000 or $11,000 on a Rolex Submariner, I just don't get why you would not buy something like this as opposed to going with a Rolex Submariner that everybody has. Like, if your intention is to like actually dive with a Submariner and use it as a sport watch, just like, give me a break. There's no way. So the Ulysse Nardin's roots, actually, they go back to 1905. I should have mentioned this a little bit earlier, when they became the supplier to the U.S. Navy, which is a very, very cool story. And this piece was actually designed for the Navy SEALs, and it's in partnership with the nonprofit organization One More Wave. And we'll take a look at what One More Wave does here in a minute, especially on the case back. It's designed not only as to dive to 1,000 meters, but it's designed to withstand variable pressures while surfing. So this is really something that was designed for Navy SEALs to go through intense rigor and activity, and is really the ultimate dive and sport watch for the enthusiast. It's one of the best divers that you'll ever see, in my opinion. The aesthetics on it are just crazy, right? I talk about wearable art. This thing is wearable art. The aesthetics, just incredible. The combination of the black and the yellow on the dial. You've got a 46 millimeter case size here. It's titanium coated with black DLC, so it's actually pretty light. It's going to be about as much weight as a Rolex Submariner, but you're just going to have so much more bang for the buck on this piece, in my opinion. And what I love about this as well is, like, it's a $14,200 MSRP, so you're wearing a nearly $15,000 watch for less than $10,000 on your wrist. Buy the watch, not the depreciation. You've got a unidirectional bezel. It's designed for easy operation with diving gloves. And listen to this. Again, like, the quality of UN, you hear the luxury and you hear the craftsmanship as you use this piece. You saw that with the Monaco as well. And this is one that you can easily navigate when using diving gloves. Underneath the sapphire crystal, we've got the black dial. We've got the yellow accents with the sub-dial between 5 and 6. That's actually a very unique placement for a sub-dial. For the seconds hand, you really very rarely see them placed like that. So I think that's pretty cool. And then right here, you've got a crown guard. So this is to protect the crown. You see the 1,000 meter mark there. So to unlock that, you just simply click and pull that out. And you've got the crown to wind. And again, like, just the quality and feel as you unwind the crown, you hear the click. And then that's the position to wind the movement, and then we pull it out a couple clicks, and that is our indication that we can wind the timepiece. And then you pull it out one click to adjust the date there, so you'll see you've got the date there at 3 o'clock. So I'm going to wind this back here. You'll see actually at the 9 o'clock we have a helium escape valve as well. Lock that up. So the helium escape valve, that is essential for deep dives to protect your timepiece. If you do not use the helium escape valve correctly, it will break the watch. And then you'll see here that we've got this expandable element on the strap. So this actually adjusts to changes in wrist size during the dive. And it's the first time that Ulysse Nardin actually used this technology on a timepiece. And underneath the hood, let's take a quick look. Underneath the hood, you're actually going to see the One More Wave logo. So I'll try to get that. There we go. Get a little bit more light. There we go. So One More Wave. So that's so they're like a nonprofit organization out of San Diego, California. So they did the partnership with UN here, and it's very good, very cool, very good cause. And the first time that Ulysse Nardin has actually partnered with this charity and nonprofit on a timepiece. Again, this was designed for the Navy, for U.S. Navy SEALs, and the One More Wave organization partnered with UN to put this together. And then there's only 100 pieces available as well. So just like the Monaco, you only have 100 pieces of this One More Wave available. You've got the metal here in the limited edition, very similar to the Monaco, again, to help it fit on the wrist. This one's going to be way too big for my wrist as well. Again, I've got just about a just under 7-inch wrist. This is going to be a bit too big for me, but again, if you've got like a 7 1/4, 7.5-inch wrist or more, this is going to look really good, and this is going to be the ultimate badass diver watch for you to take on that next trip. So buy the watch, not the depreciation. This is nearly 15K MSRP, available for under 10K on the Timely Souls website. This is wearable art. Just the design is incredible, just like Ulysse Nardin does with every one of their pieces. And look, if you're showing up to a business networking event with this, like, people are going to ask questions, they're going to notice, they're going to remember you. And I promise, any guy that you meet that's wearing this watch is going to be able to tell some pretty incredible stories, and they're probably going to be one of the most memorable people that you meet that evening. And it's just guys that wear watches like these that are memorable like that. They're going to have the stories to go with it.